About a month ago, I was asked to house and dog sit for my boss. It was only for a few days, and his dog, Max, was the easiest and most chilled dog ever. Not to mention, my boss is rich, and I needed the money, so this job was an easy yes. One thing that sucks about me is that I struggle to sleep when I'm not at home. I won't use the word insomniac, but it sometimes feels like that. Knowing I was going to stay up late, I brought over my Nintendo Switch. That was all I did. Almost the entire first night. The next night, I took Max outside for a late-night walk. A little after 10 p.m., as I was walking back, I thought I saw someone standing by the boss's house. I slowed down and tried to squint the best I could, but it was just too dark to tell. As I got closer, I didn't see anyone. The darkness will always play tricks on your eyes, especially if you're somewhere you're unfamiliar with. I got back inside and started playing my game. It was about 1 a.m., and I remembered that I had left my charger for my phone in the car. I went outside to grab it, and a few houses down, just standing outside, was a person. They weren't doing anything objectively wrong or scary. It was just weird that someone dressed in all black was standing outside at 1 in the morning. Ultimately, I ignored it. My thought process was that it was just someone who lived in the house over there, maybe looking at the stars. I went inside and continued playing the game for about 2 more hours. I shut the game off and started scrolling on my phone. I thought I kept hearing this noise, and it was starting to annoy me. It sounded like it may have been a tree branch rubbing against the house, or maybe even an animal. The noise was making me anxious. For some reason, I got off the couch and looked out the window in the living room. I jumped back as soon as I looked outside, because a person was running away from the window. My adrenaline was pumping. I contemplated calling the police, but I decided not to. Call me crazy, but I just didn't feel that threatened. The person was close to the window, yes, but when I looked, he was running away. The next day, I called my boss and told him about the weird visitor. Believe it or not, he was even less bothered than I was. He told me that in the neighborhood behind his house is a bunch of houses where young teenagers live. He claimed they were harmless. They cut through his yard all the time. It still gave me an uneasy feeling. That night, I decided to take Max for another walk. This time, it was a little later. 11 p.m., when I was coming back, I thought I saw someone standing right by the house. Instead of slowing down, I started to speed up. As I got closer, it was definitely a person. When I was close, the person ran behind the house. I brought the dog inside, and then ran back outside. Grab a flashlight, trying to scare whoever was messing with me. I went to the backyard, looked around, but I didn't see anyone. This started to feel a lot like teenagers trying to mess with me. I went back inside and made sure everything was locked. A few hours later, I don't know what possessed me to do this, but I decided to look out the window in the front of the house. Sure enough, someone was standing outside. Not right outside the window. They were under the streetlight across the street. The person didn't move at all. They were just standing there, looking in the direction of the house. I made probably the single dumbest move I've ever made in my life. I went outside and started shouting at this person. Nothing crazy, just saying hello, asking if I could help them. They still didn't move. I announced to them that I was going to start recording them. I started recording and tried to focus on the person. It was dark, so I couldn't see that well. While I was recording, with no warning, the person started to charge after me. This wasn't a light jog. This person was hauling fast after me. I started to run away. I ran back inside and locked the door. I waited for 10 minutes, and I still didn't see anything. I was completely paralyzed. While I was sitting there, the doorbell rang. I didn't move or say anything. The doorbell rang again. I heard them try to open the door, but thankfully it was locked. After they tried to open the door, I heard a calm and rational voice say, "Have a good night." Eventually, I called the police. Cop was a nice guy, and he promised to keep a squad car in the area for the rest of the night. I showed my boss the video when he came back, and he looked sick right away. He said that person was not one of the teenagers. He didn't know who it was. What bothers me the most is that I have no idea why this happened, and I never will. Why would someone just randomly target me? Prank or not, This is something I'll never forget.